We're here in beautiful Glendale, Arizona. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. And our top 8 match is brought to you by Sling Paint Gaming. Our top 16 match here at beautiful Glendale, Arizona. Sling Paint makes stylized full-color tokens for Legend of the Five Rings, Destiny, X-Wing, and more. Visit slingpaint.com and the Sling Paint store on Etsy to get yours today. These are beautiful full-color. If you guys take a look and see what you like over there. Now, I brought you guys, in my opinion, the 2 most interesting lists that are out there right now. We have other matches. We have two ghost mirrors going on. We have also a Dash Poe mirror going on in the top 8, and then a ghost versus. I'm sorry, no, that's a Pop Aces. Oh, wait, what is that? Well, I thought these 2 were the most interesting. We got a very different Lothal Rebel build here, leaning on accuracy correctors, auto blasters, and the most different. This gentleman, John Childers, went 6-0 yesterday. He did a fantastic job. And I think he has the firepower to really punish this ghost. I know that, accuracy corrector with auto blaster turret is rough, for sure. But I think Don has the ability here to get it done. And Caleb here is going to be looking to take away shots by taking up space and making sure that he can get into range 1, leverage the auto blaster turret. Use a 5-dice missile if he needs to, or not 5-dice missile, but in-arc shot, and just getting it done. So before we get going here, let's start by excuse me, by making some predictions here. Give me a 1 if you think Caleb Torrey is going to be taking it home today, and give me a 2 in the chat if you think Don Childers will rise to the top of the Imperial ranks here. 1 or 2? All right, we got our first vote in. Come on, let's get it. Let's get them. Yes, if you are a Twitch Prime subscriber, you can use your gumboats every time a gumboat shoots for fun. So keep those votes coming in. We'll take some tallies here. Just looking at the initial standing here, we're getting a heavy favorite for the gumboats. So we are going to have engagement pretty quickly here. I'm going to actually move that clock at the top of the board here so we can get a better view.
What I want to do is I want to introduce you guys to someone we've been watching all weekend with great excitement. We have our youngest player here. He's only 11, and he's won a lot of games. And he's going to introduce himself. You want to talk about these people?
Hello.
There's an 11-year-old here who's been playing some games. All right.
My name is Isaiah.
Now this is going to get bloody pretty quickly. We're going to get the ghost here into. It's going to be getting some poons here. Looks like all three of those gunboats are in range. The TLT is going to be able to do some work. I'm curious to see what the target priority here for Caleb is. He can't PS kill anything. Or probably doesn't PS kill anything. He does have
another child prodigy with us. And you guys might know him. He's the son of a
range 3.
podcaster who's currently playing in the top 8. Yeah, I see him over there playing in the top 8. He's,
In the box!
so both these guys almost made it to day 2 in the hyperspace.
All right, 2 hits and a blink.
Almost my height, which is amazing.
He's got focuses. He's going to debate whether to take the 1 or spend the focus.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Let us know who you are, what your
Looks like he's keeping it.
part of this weekend was.
So the aggressor takes a shield.
I'm flying triple high extended ranges, blood delta, blood merit,
And here we go. Harpoon missiles.
How long have you been playing it?
That's number 27. I'm going to get some markers out there. 3 hits, chips for 4. So that's 4 gone off the Lothal.
almost a year.
And he is harpooned.
By the way, I
Here's the next one coming in. Harpoon missiles.
original system open squad twice, long time mistake.
All right, it looks like that harpoon trigger is going to happen. So he's going to be getting 3 shields gone. Oops.
All right, so
Oh, hold on a second.
excited to see we have so many new faces to this Phoenix Squadron group. And just in the last 6 months, we've had an explosion of players thanks to
It's going to be sitting at,
leadership of Mr. Ham, who's
and then the harpoon condition sticks again.
and if not for him, we would all be playing
He's
on our
got a
kitchen tables
target lock on that ship,
by ourselves.
and that's going to be 3 more. And that ghost is going to be sitting at 5, I believe.
Anybody have an exciting moment from this weekend that was just so insane it cemented their love for this game? Who's got a story? Oh, all right. We're gonna come back to the kids first. All right.
Okay, so I rolled 5 dice, range 1 for my ghost.
All right,
He's laughing.
I'm going to wait a minute here. There's a
5
lot
dice,
happening.
range 1 for my ghost. 3 focus, 2 blanks.
Oh, that is from the other harpoon, and he is harpooned. I think that ghost might be dead. Is that ghost dead? I'm sorry, I'm distracted. There's a lot of, they're talking on these microphones over here.
So my delta in range 1 of rack at 1 health.
There's a lot of crits going on there.
Hotshot co-pilot.
Damage sensor rate. Oh, he's too fast. He's got 2 hull left.
So he rolls
And I don't think the aggressor has shot yet.
hit blank. I roll
And he just got to get 2 hits. So that's going to be 1.
focus, and then later
And the TLT finishes off the Lothal in 1 round of combat.
I dodge it,
Wow.
and then I show crash. I'm not done. Again, the
1 round of
delta
combat. That
is
Lothal rebel is taken off the board.
Kylo Ren rolls blank, 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 crit, vanguards into.
Or maybe he's sitting on 1?
I roll 2 evades, and then.
Hold on. There was so much that just went on there.
Kylo Ren shield and deal
Yeah, okay, the Lothal goes out. I need to go double check some damage. Well, they are definitely burning down the house here. I'll be right back.
So defender.
Okay, so we're back. I'm gonna work on updating all this now.
Nym. Who's next? Who's got a story? Who's got an
3.
awesome story? Oh,
Just
here
getting
we
everything
go.
updated. I'm sorry for the delay here. There was just so much action that happened there. The Sinar is living on 2, and we got that. All right, everything's up to date. We're sitting on
All right. If no one's gonna volunteer,
2 hull.
oh, never mind. We have volunteers again.
So, my name's Trey, and so during the third game of the first round,
Wow, so the
what
Ghost gets
happened
taken
was
out in
I
one
was
turn.
sure
All the
about
harpoon
where I
missiles
was going
have
to
been
be
used, so
for
let's
the
go
game,
ahead and mark
but
those
hit that
out.
mark on dash at range 1. Now, what happened was
You gotta
I
remember,
tried to get
gunboats
more
do have
greater
the
range.
reload
First
action. I'm
one,
also gonna be
I
working on
rolled
getting some markers
2
here
hits.
for
So he pop camp loses this round. He
that.
rolled 2 evades plus lone wolf, so he takes 1, and then I roll again out the back, and I roll 2 hits, and he just rolls strip evades.
So fast. Who's next? Right over here, in the back, coming on around.
Now we're reloading. He's leaning heavily on those boats here. I'm expecting him probably to reload again. And he's gonna focus with that one. Oh no, no, that's a reload. Okay. So it looks like he's just gonna reload with all of them.
Excellent. Excellent. Who's next? Mr. Poppy has one.
Okay. And we are reloading all of those. So they have 7 health and are not hurt at all. So he is not afraid to take some time and get these harpoons reloaded.
Look at this man clapping up the joint. All right. Who's next? All right. Coming to you next, Colin.
Ditto on the comment. You guys in Phoenix are great. Glendale. I had a fun game. My new gunboat saved the day was fun. I came in with Vader and Quick Draw. Vader had target lock focus on Kylo, and Quick Draw had target lock only. And I unloaded the Kylo with 0 damage from both harpoons. And then after a little while,
Looks like we're
and Kylo teamed off on Vader. Vader died. In the late game,
rolling for the
Quick
debris.
Draw had him to like 2 health, and
Auto blaster, 2 hits on
Quick Draw down to 1 health left. But I'm going to lose the game.
the aggressor,
New
and the aggressor's off the table.
moves up 1, and I can't touch his range.
Here comes Zeb. Zeb does have 1 hull damage. Let's give him that, because when the ghost is destroyed and is forced to deploy, ends with 1. Primary at the new, and spends the focus for 1, and that's plenty of greens. And the boat's guns are live now. They can't shoot this turn, but the missiles are on. I'm expecting to see Don leverage that slam action right now. Zeb is at pilot skill 3. He might be able to get into some good blocking positions versus the Rose, but he's got to see what he can do here. The auto blaster is going to be automatic 2 damage every turn until until he starts killing stuff. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Got one over here. Last story. We're wrapping it up. Hi, I'm Drew. So my highlight you started with, which is my son, who's playing here. He started playing a year and a half ago, and just in the last couple of months, he has clearly reached a whole other level than where I'm at. So he went 3-0 in the
All right, there we go. We got the markers out. Yeah, that was a pretty.
So that was awesome. That was awesome, but that's not the highlight. The highlight for me is he lost the next match, pretty broken up. He was driven 11 hours from
All right, thank you for getting that dice out of there. So we're slamming behind. Yeah, he's just trying to create some space with that new right now. One thing, because Nym does have the accuracy corrector, he can use the barrel roll to get into position and not have to worry about offensive modifiers. And right now he just wants to see when and where he can bomb as well.
The pairings are up for round 2 of hyperspace. Get to your tables.
Here comes Zeb, just trying to clog up the lanes. Might catch. He might catch new number 2, or row number 2. And he anticipates the block. He turns away. And will probably slam, I'm going to guess, 3 bank to the left. Yep. All right. So he's broken the formation, and now Caleb has to choose who is he going to who he's going to go after. So he drops the bomblet out of habit. That is Rebel Nym, so he gets to hold the bombs in place. So he'll hold whichever one feels good after this move. Does a 1 forward. He will be able to barrel roll and get some damage onto row number 2. There he goes. So we can go ahead and get ready to take some health off of row number 2. It's going to end up being 2 shields. Checking for bomblet. Is it in? Looks like it was in. Rolling dice. The new is going to take 1. So it's 1 shield. Auto blaster. Accuracy corrector for 2. So he's going to be sitting at 1 shield on that guy. All right, Zeb didn't have a shot, and we reset.
Whoever was on table 32 in the previous round is this really beautiful heavy blue water bottle. Whose water bottle is this?
I want to remind everybody that this round is brought to you by Sling Paint Gaming. Visit slingpaint.com to see their full-color, full-art tokens available for Legend of the Five Rings, Destiny, and X-Wing. These gentlemen did have some shout-outs. Caleb wanted to say a shout-out to his wife and daughters, and he's from 29 Palms and Havoc Squadron. And Don Childers wanted to say hello to Duncan, Marcus, and Connor. Those are his 3 sons, and he is out of Phoenix. So shout out to Phoenix Squadron. Danzer0, thank you for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. You can now use the gumboat emoji. I think the idea here, you know, if he has time now to come back around to the left, which is, I think, the smart move. You slam, you regroup, you get in a pseudo formation, and you try to wreck Nym. No, but he's not going to be regrouping yet. He's going to be coming around that left side, using long-range scanners to target lock Nym, getting that ready. There it is, gunboat. All right, so Zeb moving in, trying to see if he can catch something in arc. Row number 2 is doing the right thing. He's going to be disengaging to make sure that he has, he's probably going to be slamming. There it is. Zeb probably still has a range 3 shot on this guy, but Dax2727, thank you for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. Yes, all the missiles are reloaded. And row number 1 is focusing, is prepared to fire that harpoon missile. I don't know. Yep, Nym is going to be eating some harpoons here. He can't barrel roll out of that arc. He's going to have to leverage his prime arrows. You're probably just going to see a focus out of Nym. These rows do have guidance chips. So the focus plus guidance chips brings you to about 3.5 hits. So we expect 3 to 4 damage here on Nym. Looks like it's just range 3. All right. They're going to be target locking. That's a Nym getting a target lock there. It's an interesting choice instead of focusing for defense, but I guess he's going, he's trying to burn bright here. So this is against row number 1. 1 hit. He's going to spend the target lock for hit crit. And Trip evades, so that gunboat is taking 0 damage. And now we await the harpoon return. Here it comes. Harpoons are spent on row number 1. But remember, he can reload them later. That's guidance chips for 4 coming into Nym. Nym does get an evade. It's going to be taking 3 shields. So Nym gets that harpoon condition and is looks like they. Here's Zeb, range 3 on to row number 2. That's 3 hits coming in from Zeb and 2 evades. So row number 2 takes a single point of shield damage. Shields are down on row number 2. So I want to remind people there are 2 ways to support the channel. You can support the channel by going to patreon.com/Gold Squadron, getting awesome swag, and helping our cause. They're really the biggest group of people who push for our content and get us to all these different places. Or you can become a Twitch Prime subscriber, especially if you have what you call them. Words are hard. If you have Amazon Prime, you can connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch, and you get a free subscription per month, 1 per month, and you just click a button, and you basically give us $2 and change for free just by clicking the button. And you can do that once a month. Yeah, that probably ends up being the shortest game out here, but this just means I'll be able to give you some coverage about what's going on in these other games. Both these guys have played through a really, really great field. Making top 16 here was brutal. I think we started with 100, and I think the confirmed number was 181 players. New squadron, 1 bank. Big coverage of arc. I think he just makes it. No action, saying that it bumped. Bitcoin, I don't know. How do you get Bitcoin? What? I've been reading up on it. I don't understand. How do you get it? How can you send me Bitcoin? How do I get it? So Zeb might be clipping the debris. We'll see. Looks like he's clear. And here's the Rho diving in, getting that arc open. And he has a range 1 shot on Zeb if need be. Zeb doesn't have a turret. There's the focus. H. Sessler, thank you for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. Thank you to Frickty for becoming a subscriber as well. You guys are awesome. There's a focus from the Rho, number 1. I think the plan right now is, you know, he's got a lot of guns. He's got to be careful, though, Don, that is. While he does have a lot of guns, Nym can put out a lot of unblockable damage. And if he has a couple of boats sitting at 1 and 2 health, Nym does get to shoot first. Oh. So Nym does bump. Great block here. And this is primaries. It's going to be taking 1 on the new. That harpoon missile is in range. Here it comes. And it might be obstructed. And that is going to trigger harpooned. 1 evade there. He's going to be taking 1, 2, 3, plus harpooned. One damage to row number 1, which is going to be a shield. Structural damage on Nym. And he's harpooned again. And Nym is sitting at, I think shields are down and is at 4 hull, if my math is right. Help me out if that's wrong. Here's another harpoon coming in. Spends a target lock. And 2. This is from Rho. And he's got 1 left on Nym. So that was the harpoon missile from the new squadron. So, nope, that's wrong. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so all the missiles have been spent again. You need 1 damage to get that new off the board. I think if I'm done, I just try to leverage. Excuse me, words are hard. We try to leverage the primaries. Don't get too greedy. And Caleb did not let the bomb blow up. He held it because he didn't want to blow up his own Zeb. But Zeb's got to get that gun in a fight. He does have 3 dice as well. He can start help taking some of these boats down. Yes, it is confirmed. Nym is at 1 hull. Zeb has 1 hull left because he got ejected early and 2 shields because it hasn't taken any other damage. And all the other stats are up to date as well. I'm sorry, the Sinar Specialist needs to be taken off the table. And that's a reload from the new. Man, I think that's a little greedy. It's reloading. I guess it is pretty healthy. I think I would have slammed there, but you know what? Don is in control of this game. Might know better than I do. So, his harpoon is live again. Hello, Jess Inc. It's a barrel roll from the shuttle. Looks like he's making some space for Nym. There are 2 harpoon conditions on Nym, even though in reality those don't matter. If any damage gets through on Nym, Nym is dead. Probably expecting a slam here, so he doesn't eat a bomb. There he goes. Row 2. Curious to see what he does. I would turn out to the right now. There he goes. Yep, regroup row number 1 and 2. Let's get their markers back with them. And both harpoons are reloaded. So he's just reload next, reload next. This man likes his reload action. He wants to use it. I'm actually a little bit sick. That's why I sound a little funny. Sorry for the voice. I'm going to work on seeing if I can make it silky smooth. I mean, now, tomorrow's podcast will sound the same. All right, barrel rolls. He might be able to get range 1 here and start doing some damage. Oh, you're right. Row 1 slammed. That wasn't a reload there. He just flipped both of them at the same time. Got confused. So we'll be measuring range 1. It is range 1. This new is going to be taking 2 damage because of accuracy corrector. So he's going to have 3 whole left. Yeah, the Ghost never had a chance. It had 1 shot. All right. And plenty. That was a range 3 shot from Zeb, and it is evaded. We got 40 minutes left in the round, and I want to remind everybody that this round is sponsored by Sling Paint Gaming. Get your full color, full art tokens at slingpaintgaming.com or visit the Sling Paint store on Etsy. So we'll be bringing you the top 4 and the final game here. The only issue or question that we do have is I do have a flight that I need to make at 7:30. We still have a lot of time left in this round, and hopefully if things continue to progress at this pace, we should be fine. But I am a little bit worried. We're already at 1 o'clock. I probably should leave here no later than 6:30. I have TSA pre-check. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try, guys. Got to get home to my family and work tomorrow. So at this point, what do you guys think Caleb needs to do in order to win this game? Like what? I like to build win conditions for people, even when it seems like it's tilted against them. For me, I'm kind of looking at it. He needs to leverage Zeb's gun. If he can start by taking out the new, that will help. If he can get that off the table before the Rose can re-engage, and then come in with Nym and Zeb possibly get a block with Nym and maybe one out of arc. Drop a genius bomb because he can do it one time. Plus auto blaster turret and start getting some damage in there. He could swing this game pretty hard. All right, so he's slamming into position. Looks like he's going for a block with the new. And Zeb is just clearing, it looks like. So here is the barrel roll by Zeb to get arc. Okay, judge is standing there, says he can't reset the barrel roll because he didn't quite set it all the way to the front or the back, and it's unmeasurable. a winger dude. Yeah, 17 damage. He's got this. He has got this. All right, here are the rows. We're probably going to expect some slamming action here. Just getting them into position. Row number 1 might reload, or he could slam to use the just to get into position. All right, he would rather slam. I think that's the right choice. So guns are offline for row 1 and 2, but they're prepared to come in and get some attacks here on Nym. The Nu's going to be taking a couple shots. We'll see where Nym decided to go. A Talon roll makes this man look like a god. Man, where's advanced sensors when you need it, huh? Let's see what he does. And it looks like we might be getting that Talon roll. Or a 3 hard. Oh, it's a 2 hard. Okay. Well, you know what? At least he's in range 1. He very well could kill the new squadron. Nym will be doing 2 damage. Oh, it looks like it fits. All right. So this works. This works. He's going to get 2 damage on the new from the auto blaster. Zeb has a range 1 shot. New has no modifiers. So let's prepare to get the new squadron. So anybody who doesn't know this interaction, he has auto blaster turret and accuracy corrector. Auto blaster turret makes hits unblockable by evade dice or tokens. So with accuracy corrector, you change 2 to 2 hits. So you see him change that right to 2 hits, and that goes straight through. You don't even have to roll the dice because there's nothing you can do. So he's down to 1 hull. And here's Zeb, range 1. He's looking for at least 2. That's average. And there are 2 crits there. And he is out. So new squadron is off the board. 2 crits that don't super matter, but we see that there's a blinded and a major hull breach, so those can't be pulled by roll number 1 and roll number 2. And the rows come in. Row number 2, the one that is less healthy, does have the harpoon active. And row number 1, the one with more health, does not have its harpoon up. And I will be creating, I'll be updating our bracket that I put up on our Facebook page and I showed here on the screen once results start coming in. Now, if I was Don, I would take a turn here. I would row 1. I would have him turn 2 to the left, reload, do a 1 forward with row 2. You're armed with 2 harpoon missiles. You point them at point them both at Nym. You might lose one of your rows, but then you get to shoot the harpoon. You kill Nym, and then you have a 22-point row, which is more expensive than an 18-point Zeb. You have higher pilot skill, and you can just slam a jam for the rest of the game. Drew Bishop is out. Might be in the hyperspace qualifier. I can get you that info. All right, here comes row number 2. Maybe row 1 does have the harpoon up. We can try to take a peek behind the list. A couple people think that it's up. 1. Yeah, it looks like it is live. You're right. That harpoon is live, so let's make it live. So he's doing what I said a turn earlier. He's pointing both at Nym and says, all right, I'm shooting harpoons. What are you doing? Because they're both face up right now. Yep, just clarifying which one has what damage, and we do have it correct. I could hear from here. He's going to fire harpoon missiles at Zeb. This is row number 1. Now his harpoon is gone. Guidance chips for hit, crit. It's 1 evade, so he's going to be taking just the 2 shields. So he's sitting on 1. And just 1 hit coming in. He spends the focus, takes no damage there. Row number 2 has a harpoon live and is, but looks like he slammed that turn, so he won't be able to shoot. So row number 1 has spent his harpoon against Zeb. Row number 2 still has it active. All right, K turn from Zeb. He's stressed. He's just trying to get a shot. He's trying to do some damage here. If he can kill row number 1 this turn or do some meaningful damage, that'll help. So forward 1 from Don. He's most definitely in that arc. There's no way he can get out. But he's going to focus. He still has 2 dice that he can try to get against Nym. Row number 2 goes 1 forward as well. I think he's just trying to create space, just trying to threaten and see if Nym will come into the range 3 bubble. Unless he did something like a you know, 4 forward or something. Nope. Nym is going to be eating a harpoon. I'm pretty sure that's in range. He's going to be eating harpoon plus 2 dice. He might be able to take out row number 2 with. No, there's no way, right? He doesn't have any missiles. No, he has to rely on some crazy variants with some crits or something. Well, no, Zeb. No, that doesn't work either. Because row 2 will be able to shoot first before Zeb. And row 2 is the one that has 4 hull. The barrel roll might get him out of range. Oh. All right, that looks like the right place. Looks like Caleb is just debating which side to barrel roll, or if he's going to barrel roll. He's going to let that bomb blow up because the one that's next to Zeb is being held. And it looks like he focused for his action, so he's just going to take a shot. Hope for some crits here. That's 3 focus, and he's going to spend it for 3. And he's only going to be taking 1 there. So, sitting at 3 hull. Oh, did that guy still have shields? I must have. Yeah, okay, they're pointing to the other one. Yeah, that one takes a damage card. All right, so we had it right. It's going to fire primaries to see if he can save the harpoon to get Zeb. See if he can take him out. Nope. So he's going to fire the harpoon missile. He's debating whether to. He's got 1 dice. You think he just chips and you save the focus for defense. The knack 4. And that takes Nym off the board. The knack 4, I want to say thank you for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. Is Zeb in arc? They're calling a judge. That's close enough to call. Let's take Nym off of our board here. He's dead. Oh, that arc might be out on both. This is Ian Hamp, one of the premier level judges that we have in the country. No shot. No shot. Oh, by millimeters. This is a game of millimeters, ladies and gentlemen. So we come on to round, the next round here of play. Both harpoon missiles are gone off of the rows. And now it's Zeb against the world. I think Zeb is sitting at 1 hull. If we have that correct, we can just take a peek here underneath Caleb's list. Yep, Zeb's at 1. Shields are down. Zeb's in a good position to block this turn. That bomb will go off no matter what. It's a block. But Don is fine with this. He's like, he's not going to take any damage. It's probably a double block, honestly. But it prevents Don from reloading this turn. And it looks like this one probably fits. And he is just out of arc. And will be reloading. And we get to the next round. So row 1 has a harpoon active, and we're waiting for our next round of play. We can remove our new marker because the new has been gone for a while. Rest in peace. Throw me up a gunboat. Pour one out for our new squadron pilot. Yeah, we're hoping to do an Outrider episode sometime soon. So it looks like the judge did catch that there, and that will be a 2 straight white because he revealed technically a red maneuver while stressed. No, this is not the final. It says it right there on the bottom of the screen. That is the top 8. And the row number 2 is going to be reloading. And both harpoons are active. We expect here the rows to just be coming around. I did not cheat on camera, Darth Revan. There was video proof that I did not cheat, and then the video conveniently got altered, but we'll talk about that later. All right, so the boats are slamming around, getting into position to get some harpoons off in the next couple turns. You're expecting the slam here again to turn around. "19 minutes left in the round. Thank you to Hershet for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. You are awesome. Here come the gunboats. So Don is able to clear the stress that turn. And the Rhos are just going to start bearing down. The attack shuttle dial will not keep him out of this. That might even be a range 3 shot there from number 3 to number 1. And it is in. Harpoon missile from number 1. Guidance ships for hit crit. And that's going to be enough. Good game. So, great game there. Came down to Don being able to really leverage his harpoons. He was able to get them off every time. He didn't really slam away and then reload. He would pretty much just do a maneuver, reload, take a couple shots, rely on the fact that the boats do have 7 health behind 2 agility. He had some pretty good dice in the beginning as well that led it so that he didn't take as much damage. He was able to, he got his harpoons off 3 to 4 times on each boat, which is a lot. This is a list I haven't seen before, and after it being made public now, we might see it more on the table. He has 3 harpoon carriers plus a TLT, and we'll see how far he goes. He progresses to the top 4. Before I forget, I want to say thank you to everybody who's become a Twitch Prime subscriber. If you've been seeing that pop up in the chat, that's one way you can actually support us. If you have Amazon Prime, you can connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch, because Amazon owns Twitch, and then you get 1 free, it costs you absolutely nothing, 1 free Amazon Prime, not Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime subscription. You give that sub to us, and it gives us $2 and change just for clicking a button. And you can do that once a month. It doesn't automatically cycle. You have to click it yourself. But I want to say thank you to everybody who's done it, everybody who will do it. You guys are awesome. And a huge thank you to our sponsor for this round, also to Sling Paint Gaming. One last way you can support our content is going to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. This is a group of people who made this happen. There is no Gold Squadron podcast stream without our patrons. And if you want to join that amazing group of people, go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. Get awesome swag and support. Premier level, regional, store championship, all this different type of streaming that we do here in the U.S. Literally starting now to do it all across the United States. Thank you so much to my patrons. You guys make this happen. And thank you to my family. We'll be back here to give you guys round 4.